in the two programs? So here you can, here you can't?
I think at the advanced level, they're looking at your intervention or investment is higher, your discount is higher, so their expectations are, the threshold's kicked up a bit more.
Promoting the intervention as opposed to maybe not promoting it.
You know, the old program, I think it was at level 3, you couldn't terminate, you had to offer assistance. And I think there was a number of employers that were screaming that even though we're at this level, we've got circumstances that dictate we really don't want to keep this person here. And here's some valid reasons why, but yet they were bound to keep the person there. I think some of it is a variable of what product, alcohol, drugs, heroin, trafficking, non-trafficking, what are they doing? Use versus distribution.
The Bureau's not in favor of termination ever, actually.
Right. Yeah, they want you to hang on to your employees.
Can you stay at the basic level for as long as you want?
My understanding, you can. Yeah, you can operate at that level indefinitely.
So are you saying that on the advanced level, there's no longer the option to have a no-nonsense policy? Because even with the old program, even if you were on a level 3 or whatever, if your policy stated that we don't have an EAP program, if you test positive, you're fired. If the verbiage says that and you're in advance, does this supersede that?
My understanding is at the advanced level, if you test positive, you cannot terminate the employee unless there's some extenuating circumstances. And you would have to document clearly what those extenuating circumstances are that give you no other option but termination of employment. Yes, sir.
Can you do the advanced level without an EAP program?
Right.
I don't believe you can. In fact, you have to establish, and there's a slide I have coming up that says you must pre-establish a relationship with, a certified counselor or some type of EAP agency. You got to have that, contract established before.
But you could just use, say, one assessment person, one psychologist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be an EAP. You just have to get them assessed.
It's got to be someone with the right credentials,
Right.
The drug counselor, right up and down the line.
Which
Chemical
may be
dependency
less
counselor.
costly
Yeah.
than an EAP
Yeah.
program. And then he can suggest one of the free programs or whatever to help the person recover.
It's facilitating access to the right person. It's kind of like the difference between going for a cardiac evaluation to the radiologist or the cardiologist or the chiropractor. You want to make sure you get them to the right person. And right here it is. The Bureau will require employers participating in advanced level to pre-establish a working relationship with an EAP professional to whom they can refer for employees with substance abuse problems. Yes, sir.
Does the employee have a choice of whom they go to?
I don't know. I know for medical treatment,
Right.
we don't have directed medical treatment in Ohio.
Right.
I'm thinking you could get around their free choice in this program, at least for the assessment. Because you're paying for it and you're providing it because
Yes.
of their misbehavior, their violation of your policy. If they decide they want to get treatment at whatever facility they want, I think that's where you probably can't force them.
Discounts, at the basic level, you're going to get a 4% discount. At the advanced level, you have access to a 7% discount. All right, what about if you're participating in another BWC rating plan? Can you stack the discounts? All right, here are the programs that allow you to stack discounts. If you are group rated, and you're participating at the advanced letle.
We're just handing out
We're
a
circulating an easier.
grid
Oh, okay.
of compatibility. If there is a check mark in the appropriate matrix, then these programs are compatible with each other.
Safety Council, if you do salary continuation, as long as your claim with date of incident is prior to January 1, 2011, if you're in the small deductible program, you can stack those discounts. Other programs you cannot. If you're in the 100% experience modifier cap, 15K medical only, group experience rating and basic participation at the basic level, you cannot. Group retrospective rating, large deductible, one claim, and paid loss retrospective rating programs, it's my understanding you cannot stack your discounts. Your policy. You know, I mentioned that they're really steering away from the cut and paste. They really want you to do a customization of your policy. Okay, your policy should be followed by an operational procedures. They want to have clear definition of how you're going to execute, implement, and then have levels of accountability within your policy. And you know, it informs your employers and your supervisors on exactly how your program is going to operate. And again, please have your policy reviewed by legal counsel. All right, what if I'm in the current drug-free workplace program? And I've only got a brief comment about this because actually in my evaluation of the material that they have for options available for companies that are currently enrolled, I saw a number of discrepancies to the point where even after an hour of reading, rereading, and having someone read it to me, I still wasn't exactly sure because it seemed a bit disconjugate on which way they were going. So let me suffice to say this. If you were enrolled in a drug-free workplace program for the July 1, 2009 period, and you've completed that training, your refresher training, towards the end of that time period, the Bureau is going to allow you to count that training towards the training requirements that you'll then need for enrollment starting July 1 of 2010. You will still need to complete, however, your accident analysis training for your supervisors. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about the accident analysis training. We do that already. All employees go through that once a year. And it's on a, you know, just depending on the month that you were hired, that's when you get your yearly training. Do we have to, do you know if we have to retrain within a specific time period, or would they consider?
I would say that if you could produce a valid description of your accident training program, and if it parallels or syncs up with what the Bureau is going to want for their accident training, you may, I can't speak for them, but they may exempt you from having to do it. I guess you'll have to submit that to the Bureau for approval. Questions? Bruno.
I have a couple of kind of general statements. If you're currently participating in the, and you've already covered it with the beginning dates with the July and January, that if you're currently a January enrollee, you do not have to enroll on July 1st.
You do not.
And so
you can wait till January 1.
And the significance of that is you get the continued discount for the
discount
second
for that
payroll
year,
report
right.
that's coming in. And the other statement was that for anybody that's participating in the drug-free EZ program that offers the rebate for if you have employees under 25 employees, that program is being discontinued and everything's rolling in